So you introduce yourself real quick.
My name is Havoc. I represent the infamous Mobb Deep, one half of the legendary Mobb Deep duo, R.I.P. Prodigy.
Okay, briefly, can you just bring it back to where it all started for you real quick?
Where it all started for me, I mean, you know what I'm saying, I'm from Queensbridge, QB, you know what I'm saying, Long Island City, Queensbridge. Went to art and design high school. That's where I met Prodigy, you know what I'm saying, my hip-hop partner. From there, we started a group in like 1989 and created, a few albums, you know what I'm saying, legendary status, and here we are.
What was the energy back then? You know, the lifestyle, the reception when you got started in the game.
The energy back then was like very exciting, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop was still on the rise, it still is now, you know, it's still kind of new, you know what I'm saying? There was a few generations before us, at least like 2 generations before us, and the atmosphere was just real New York, real hip hop.
Yeah. Is it important today to be signed on a major label?
Is it what?
Important to be signed on a major label.
It is not important to be signed to a major label today because you have so many different avenues to, you know, jumpstart your career, you know what I mean, via, you know, the internet. So it's not imperative to be on a major to start, you know what I mean, and you can just blow up and become a superstar without a major label, and you could, you know, still walk that line.
They said hip hop saves Black America. Yes or no?
Hip hop saves Black America. I would say that it may save a portion of Black America, but it's definitely an outlet.
What do you think about hip hop and politics, like the government politics?
Government politics and hip hop.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it's an important thing to have, you know, for Black people. You know, hip hop is very strong now. It's powerful. You know, we kind of call the shots. You know, they try to include us in it, and politicians are aware of our existence. So every now and then, you know, they try to incorporate us because we are the voice of the community.
What is, like, to you the best Mobb Deep album comparing to the others, and what was the ups and downs of the recordings process?
To me, I would say the best album from Mobb Deep would have to be the Infamous album. And the reason why I say that, the Infamous album, because that was the album that helped us become who we would become later on, right? It gave us the opportunity, opened the door for us to become the legends that, you know, they describe us as.
How important the lyrics are to you?
To me, lyrics are very important. Lyrics are actually vital, you know what I'm saying, to me. Because without the lyrics, meaningful lyrics, you know, you're not really going to get your point across. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it can be forgotten easily if the lyrics are not what are being catered to. People will, you know, remember a beat in a song and it'll be a fad and it'll go away and that's it. But if the lyrics are meaningful and powerful, your song could last forever.
For these younger people, a lot of people today, when you say hip hop, all they see is gun, drugs, and sex. Like, what can you tell them about? Because you from a different era. Mm-hmm. Like, what can you tell to everybody that's watching right now?
Well, to everybody that's watching right now, if they think, you know, all you see is drugs, guns, and violence, I could say this. That's not all hip hop is about. Hip hop is, you know, a voice for the streets. You know what I mean? A voice for social change. You know, and a voice for justice. So it's not just all like one monolithic thing, like where it's just people paint hip hop as being evil. And not only that, people like to scapegoat hip hop just because, you know, a few artists might, you know, spew some violence in their lyrics. But at the end of the day, you know, we have to control what we listen to, you know what I mean? And not try to censor it, you know what I mean? These kids are just speaking from the heart, or, you know, speaking what they see, you know, freedom of speech. You know, if we didn't like things that one another said, everybody had tape on their mouth. You know what I mean? So we just have to be mindful of what we let our kids listen to.
Do you think that a beef is really necessary in hip hop for hip hop to grow up?
Beef?
Yeah.
Is beef necessary?
Really necessary for hip hop to grow up? Is it?
No, I don't believe so. Not at all. I mean, hip hop is going to grow up regardless.
Worldwide, every country in this world today have their own way of doing hip hop with their own language. But do you think a language can be a barrier?
Not at all. You know what I mean? Because they got Google Translate, so you know what I'm saying? We all got to understand each other.
Yeah. I mean, how would you describe your relationship with the late great Prodigy besides music?
The way I would describe the relationship between me and the late great Prodigy is that one of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? We was brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not by blood, but by the love that we had for each other and the love we had for hip hop. We had a common goal in common, and we became family through it.
All right. What do you want everybody to know about Mobb Deep that they don't know about?
The one thing I want them to know about Mobb Deep is how tough we kind of had it, within the industry. It might have looked easy at times to see our videos here and there and our songs on the radio, but it really was a lot of hurdles we had to overcome because they didn't want nobody from the streets. As with the voice that we had, as hard and rough as it was, they wanted everything to be nice and sugary and stuff like that. So they gave us a hard time, but through it all, we pushed through. We never conformed, and we stayed who we were.
You made an incredible collaboration with Styles P lately. The album is dope, by the way. Like, what can you tell us about that album?
That album, man, it gives me like a 90s feel, you know what I mean? But we went in there, we didn't try to go and, make all these crazy radio records and nothing like that. We made what was from the heart. And me and Styles P, we bonded and vibed as if it was me and Prodigy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way that you could replace ever Prodigy, but he was the next best thing, you know what I mean? And if I had the chance to do it over again, another project, which I'm sure is in the mix, it will be happening.
What haven't you done in your career so far that you really want to do before you quit?
Score films.
Oh, score film?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right.
Before it's over, believe me, I'll be scoring a couple of those.
Definitely. All right, one last question. What do you think, what is the most dangerous thing about this music industry? One word.
The most dangerous thing about this industry is that you can lose yourself in it. You gotta stay who you are.
All right, thank you, sir. I really appreciate you all the way from Senegal, West Africa. And we flew all the way from, back home to come here to see you guys and see how we can bridge the gap and do something, to get it wide open for everybody so everybody can benefit from. So everybody that's watching right now, if you have a message for them, especially the youth in the world today.
The message that I got is just shoot for the stars, go for your dreams, never give up.
Thank you, sir.